Hi, I'm David McGuire, and I play Jacob/Timmy.
Hello, I'm Lori Goulart, and I play Annabelle.
And I'm Jason Salazar. I created this horrible mess.
Oh man, I'm like 40 pounds heavier. I will say this though, I watched this recently, and I hate the fact that I make fun of the Avengers and Joss Whedon, because I actually do like Joss Whedon. I just remember, like, it just came out, and I remember Jason was like, "Yep, we're keeping it." I was like, "Oh,
It's fine." Well, if it got us hits too, because then I put Avengers in the YouTube search tags, and it's like, hey, please watch this show.
well, we're gonna watch the Avengers." Oh, it's some fat guy with a puppet.
So this was, this was during season 3, so the show was ending, so I was systematically killing off every character, so this was basically
Jacob's send off.
Yeah, Jacob's demise, and Lori had been in a previous episode as a tertiary character, and I was like, oh, it would be great to bring her back and make her more of a prominent thing. So I remember I emailed you and said, hey, would you mind being a pregnant girl who likes this crazy asshole with this dog puppet?
And there I am. Yes, just jumping all over Dave, just enjoying yourself, and then I think you had a little accident or something. I'm not sure which, that at that moment.
Of the ad-libs I've done in this episode, the Jackson Pollock line is actually kind of my favorite.
That's good. That was great.
Shot. Yes.
I've said this to Lori multiple times, but your eyes are incredibly expressive.
Oh, well, thank you.
And, you can say so much with those things, and in this one you said multiple emotions and good fuck you looks. Both fuck you like fuck you and oh fuck you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
I have good friends.
Oh, good. Well, likewise.
Thank you.
I just love how just like the juxtaposition is just I don't even know where I'm going. It's just, this episode's just so nutso. And I remember when you wrote it and you gave it to me and you were like, okay, here's this crazy thing, and like I read Lori's monologue, which we're gonna get to, and it was nuts. And at the same time, like, you gave Jacob like one of the best like send-offs, and you were like, yeah, we're gonna kill him off. And I was like, this is what I've been clamoring for 3 years.
It was. I remember you said that, how you're like, I think this is the best uploaders you ever written, and I was like, well, for this show, that's a compliment. So, but it is incredibly ridiculous, and Lori's speech is the main reason.
I can't believe I ever even bothered to memorize that, rather. I don't know, it was...
You did, too.
I did. It was a bunch of cockamamie bullshit, but, I made it worse, so I was, and I think I lost my breath because I felt like it was like one giant, like, 20, like, I don't know, like 20 sentences bunched into one sentence, like long...
It was one long run-on sentence.
Long sentence, yeah,
because you had the thing about smelling the shit, and then you were going to coat hanger your baby at one point, and it was so terrible, but it's great because look at you, you're so damn adorable, and it doesn't matter what horrible things you're spewing. I think people went along for the ride. So.
The line we just saw, like, I think Jason's told me several times that, like, every time we did that line with the whole, like, oh, I don't know how to use this thing except how to pee. Like, I think every time you had to do, like, a quick cut because we just immediately bursted out laughing.
Oh, yeah. Yes. There were a lot of, I cut back and forth a lot here just because that's what I do, but like, a lot of it too was to cover up, you were really busting up this day. Because Lori just kept saying that speech, and you're just like, Jesus, what the hell is this? So, because it was a lot of crap.
On and on.
Yeah.
I contemplated actually using that for a stage audition.
I think you should.
I should.
100%.
I agree too. I think you should, because you will be remembered.
Because they're going to be like, the girl that did the shit monologue?
Yeah. So memorable.
You won't get the part, but they'll remember you.
Yeah. And I totally should come in with the pregnancy belly and everything.
Yeah, we had you in the pregnancy belly, which, you were wearing that the whole time, which is a shame because you can't really tell, but I had bought you a pregnancy belly.
Yeah.
So.
And I actually almost used it for a show that I had to play pregnant, like, shortly thereafter.
Did you really?
So, but I didn't because it didn't work out with any of the costumes, unfortunately, so, oh well.
Boo.
But, yeah, I used it.
This is my favorite part, like, I'm just a shit.
And you're like, oh, fuck. I like how you thought she was crazy, and this is the dog puppet guy. So, but... Oh, that puppet.
Oh, man.
3.5 years. He's a collector's item now.
He's actually really cute.
Yeah.
I love that puppet. I mean, I had to wear it every time we filmed, and it was like, it was like wearing like your best baseball glove. But like...
Oh, what was that?
That was a whole...
right.
Like, it was just like when Catherine was pregnant. and then didn't have the baby.
I had to tie up all of my loose ends, especially the ones that went nowhere. So we just made fun of everything.
And I love that we actually brought my asthma into the character. That was fun.
Yeah. And you actually did get out of breath at one point.
I did. I technically
that.
almost started to pass out because I was like doing it too much.
And I think I was actually genuinely concerned in some of those moments.
I think there is an outtake of you where you're like, oh, are you okay? And you're like, no, that time I'm fine. So that was all improv too. I mean, well, your asthma is not improv. That's
a legitimate thing.
That's a manufactured defect there. But but adding it into the script was all you.
Oh yeah. Well, it gave him a good reason to get up and get the hell out. And that's my apartment.
Now you can tell you're pregnant.
Yeah, really.
You even look like you have pregnancy boobs.
I know. It's all me, everybody.
It's all you.
Hooray!
I remember this was a hard shot to do because we wanted to do it in one, but so you can definitely tell that I was moving the puppet to myself.
You handed the puppet to me.
Oh, to you.
To get out of frame.
To get that one shot.
Yeah. So then when I panned, he was gone, and yeah. And then that was just, wow, that was a big, massive effect. No, I just filmed you separately in a different shirt. We have one split screen that I did, and that was it because it was too much trouble to do it the whole time.
It's amazing how much glasses actually do change your face.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like you look at it and you go like, oh yeah, they do look like two different people.
There it is.
There it is.
Your hair almost looks different, but it's not.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That worked out fine.
I liked it. I mean,
your eye line's not perfect, but for a show that has no budget.
To be normal. Yeah, I fucking said that. Normal.
Why didn't I clean the mirror? It's got fucking toothpaste all over it. That's okay. Now I'm just noticing flaws.
No, I know, but
I think we came over when...
Yeah, oh jeez.
Oh yeah, now that's all we're looking at now.
No, I'm just looking at the black shirt that's got specks on it. Yeah. But that's okay. That's what he would do. He's not gonna clean his mirror,
No, he's a slob. He's a dog.
Oh yeah, we just made
so method.
a Lost joke because Jason and I like to make fun of Lost a lot.
Yes.
No!
And you're outside the whole time listening. There you are.
That's right.
There's my apartment again, and then there's Jason's bathroom. My apartment, Jason's bathroom.
Your dress really helps sell the pregnancy.
It really does.
It did actually.
The lines help with the stomach.
That's true. I no longer have that dress, so I think I gave it away recently.
What?
Oh no! How can we do a sequel to this episode?
Well, luckily for you, neither will never happen to do. Yeah, it's okay. But you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I didn't want to kill everyone yet. I think I was going to keep a couple around, and so I'm like, well, I'm going to kill the less dominant personality. And so I was like, clearly Timmy is the more dominant personality, so I'm like, okay, he's just going to ultimately win. And
when you sent me that, I was so stoked about that, and then you were like, here's the final episode. You can also tell that this are 2 different days because my hair is much different.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so you sent that to me, and then you're like, here's his
Hold
last.
on, Lori's giving fuck you looks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sexy.
That's right.
Good job.
You plus me equals fuck. Yeah, that's great. Shakespearean. Because I remember you sent it to me and you were like, okay, here it is. And then at the end you were like, oh, by the way, here's the final episode and you're going to die.
Yeah.
Spoilers. And that was like, oh, that's great, but also so sad.
Yeah. And here's you fake trapped in the mirror, just standing in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this was
the magnus opus of everything, because it was more fun. It wasn't even like this is funny to watch it burn. It was just more like, where's this gonna go? How is it gonna burn? This thing's made of polyester.
Well, because it didn't seem like it was going anywhere, and then it it's going through his eye, and then just it was like, okay, it's just gonna be one side, and then it just kind of turned into this gelatinous mess.
Don't you remember? We picked it up and it was this hard mess afterward. You could literally just shovel it off,
burning from the inside.
Look at that! It's like a glowing ember in
the fucking volcano.
Damn.
Yeah, it was so. Woo. We just waited too because that thing burnt for 10 minutes before it finally got to this point. It was extremely durable.
Yeah, we were on that thing we were both on the ground for a good 20 minutes before anything happened.
Right, and then now it finally went, and
now it's
it was very cathartic.
It was.
I can tell. It actually was kind of. I think when I saw it initially, I was actually sad.
I had to put a fade there because that whole passage took another 20 minutes. So, and then you're
you're squinting. You're like, my asthma's bad here now.
Oh yeah, you said some fire joke there.
It's oh no, that looks rough.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Tee hee hee.
That was stupid.
I'm the funny one, I think.
I still have him. Like, I have that.
You still have
I
it?
have that in a plastic baggie.
Oh my god, that thing's like just a pile of carcinogens.
It looks like dog poop with a dog face, so I thought it was was appropriate.
Should put that in a shadow box.
Oh, that was
something, I don't know.